Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and we have made it. Today is Halloween. We continue and finish our spooky season focused content here with a look at Second Sight's Late Night with the Devil. So pop that tape in, I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so we have made it. It is Halloween, 2 months of video every single day focused on spooky season. Now, we're not going to just leave horror movies and stuff like that behind after today, but you might see a couple videos today. It just depends on what I can get out there. So much fun content. Had so much fun focusing on it. But I gotta say, I'm also really excited. I've got a November watch list, some palette cleansing lists, all that as we start to turn the page to fall, Thanksgiving, and holiday season, Christmas time, all of that stuff. So lots of good stuff to come. But I got my Second Sight set in of Late Night with the Devil. I'm a big fan of this movie, but I got it in. I watched it last night. I actually have watched it twice now, along with all of my other stuff. I watched Trick or Treat last night. May have a little mini Halloween Day watch list for you guys, but get out there and enjoy it. We are here. It goes by so fast, but I think we need to take a look at Late Night with the Devil. Now, this has a lot of releases, a lot of incarnations. There is the big set from Umbrella, which is a Blu-ray. This also comes with a Blu-ray, but this is a 4K. There's other individual 4K releases, like from Cape Light. There's other Blu-ray releases here in the US. So this movie has a ton of releases, and it's very popular. And the question is if you have the Blu-ray already, do you need to get the 4K? I mean, some of you are going to want to get the 4K just because it exists and you want to collect all the Second Sight sets, and that's cool too. This is the only copy I have of this, and we're going to do a little unboxing here. So you see it is a pretty standard Second Sight set. Still got my J card on there. We slip that off. That's the front. That's the side. The back. So it's interesting. I didn't get the Umbrella set. I really wanted that to review for you guys, but I was late to the party and didn't get it. So you slip it out of the box. And in here, we'll get to the movies in just a second. You got your art cards. Second Sight's always going to have the art cards in their sets. Open it up. They got that little bit of a vintage feel to them. It's basically like the characters of the movie. So, pretty cool. There's nothing on the back of them, in case you were wondering. So, there are your art cards. And then you have this big, I think it's 115 page bound book here. Nothing on the back, and it's filled. It's got the cast and the crew, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff in here. You know, take the time to check those out. This is stuff when times slow down and you got extra time, you go back. Maybe you want to pop this in sometime in June, May or something, and you want to just kind of check it out and sit there and watch the movie with the book in your hand and kind of look up stuff. Storyboards are always cool to look at. Behind the scenes stuff here. Behind the scenes photos are fun as hell. So you got some cool stuff here. And then the movies themselves, you have this kind of like case that unfolds, which is not my favorite. But in here you have the 4K and the Blu-ray. So it's a pretty standard Second Sight set. I keep my J cards. Special features, you get the dual format, so that you got the Blu-ray and the 4K like we talked about, with main feature and the bonus features on both discs. So bonus features are also on the 4K disc. It's in HDR and Dolby Vision as a new commentary by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas and Josh Nelson, bringing their A game, an interview with the directors. Mind If I Smoke, an interview with actor Ian Bliss. We're Gonna Make a Horror Movie, an interview with actor Ingrid Torelli. Extremely Lucky, an interview with actor Rias Arturi. Cult Hits, Zoe Rose Smith, and Late Night with the Devil. Behind the Scenes with the Devil, the making of Late Night, Owl's Music, South by Southwest 2023 Q&A. So it's got some, it's definitely got some stuff in here, you know, on the special features, and some of them are new, so you didn't have them before on the Blu-ray. Now there's that. How does the movie look? We're going to keep this pretty short. Well, you got to understand the movie itself, the way that it was shot and the way that it was edited was to give it this like sort of retro, grainy 70s, you know, late night TV look to it. And because of that and the aspect ratio and everything else, I don't know that it's one that you're going to get the most out of a 4K with. That doesn't mean that it looks bad at all or that you shouldn't buy it. It's just not going to be a display piece for your 4K. It's just not. I actually put in the Blu-ray by accident the next time I went to watch it instead of the 4K, and I couldn't tell much difference. I really could not. I've got a few scenes from here. Hopefully I can put them in. I don't get flagged. You never know what YouTube's going to do. And my standard disclaimer, I have a 4K camera that I shoot 4K raw, log, and color grade it. Now, when I do these, I don't color grade. I set it to standard color because I don't want to manipulate this in any way, shape, or form. All I do is take my 4K camera and record the video of my 4K screen. So it's super unscientific. It's just to give you a side-by-side look. And you can say, hey, if it looks like this, if I can tell a difference one way or the other, can't tell a difference one way or the other in this when it's just kind of this visual comparison, then I know that it'll be even a bigger difference or not a big difference when I watch it, you know, the real way. So this is just visual references. And the first thing I noticed is maybe a little bit more color poppage, but you got to remember they were muting down, even though they had like very 70s colors with like the oranges and the browns and the mustards and the creams and the blues and all that kind of stuff. They were still kind of tamping that down to resemble a broadcast. So broadcast color guidelines are very different, and they can't be as in your face. So when you look at it, you know, I just kind of given some side-by-side comparisons of some different spots. I think you can maybe tell a little bit of difference in the color. I haven't watched them side-by-side. When I put them on here is the first time I'll actually see them like at the same time. But I've seen them both. And I just think because of how it was shot and what it was supposed to look like, I don't think that the 4K is going to be any kind of huge difference between the Blu-ray. I really don't. So when you're looking at these side by side, you think, okay, this movie was shot with a combination of cameras, and when you're watching the 4K, if you know what you're looking at, you can kind of see it. It was shot partly with a digital camera, like a Sony Venice, I think it was, and they put like Fujinon lenses on them, and the big thing here is though, like some of the black and white stuff, I noticed immediately it really popped. So I went to look, and some of the black and white stuff was shot on 35 millimeter film. So like black and white 35 millimeter film for the behind the scenes footage. And it kind of sticks out, especially with the HDR or the Dolby Vision. And then when I talk about how like it has that aesthetic to it that maybe doesn't play as much onto a 4K, they shot a lot of stuff on the production stage with 1970s TV cameras. So you're getting this mix of look. And so some things may pop a little more, some things may not, but it's all an aesthetic to make you get sucked in more, make it more believable that this is a 70s late night talk show. So when you put in those 70s TV, broadcast TV cameras, those, you're not going to get the same look out of those that you get out of a Sony Venice 4K, digital camera. And you're not going to get the same look that you get out of like 35 millimeter movie cameras. So it's very different. So parts of it may look better than others, but that may also be a reason why you're not going to see a ton of difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K, because when you get all these different mixed resolutions and different types, so you've got 35 millimeter cameras, 35 millimeter movie cameras with black and white stock footage or film, and then you have old 70s television production studio cameras, and then you have contemporary digital, high-end 4K resolution cameras. The best way to present that may be at a mix of like a happy medium, not the lowest common denominator, not bring it all the way up, but maybe at a happy medium. And don't get me wrong, a lot of those old cameras had plenty of resolution to be brought up to 4K. And the movie looks good. It looks damn good in 4K. But I think if you have the Blu-ray and you're just worried about if you're missing something, and that would be the only reason that you're buying it, and not because you want, there's some of us that want 4Ks of everything. There's some of us that want to complete our sets and stuff like that. I would say get it 100% if that's the case. But if money is tight and you've been like me and you're on a buying freeze and you're like, man, am I missing out on something big? I've already got the Umbrella Blu-ray or already got this other Blu-ray. Do I need to get this so I'm not missing out on anything? I just don't think you're going to miss out on that much if you stay with your Blu-ray. But now I'm a big proponent, like all of my stuff over time, I'm trying to upgrade to 4K. So I completely understand that. I just think because of how it was shot and the aesthetic of it, and what they were going for, it's nothing that anybody did wrong. There's no problem with the transfer. There's no kind of things like that. The transfer is amazing. All the work that's done in the set's amazing. It's just the type of movie it is and how the feel of it was supposed to be. You're probably okay if you just want to stay with your Blu-ray. And if the 4K, if you're not a second sight collector or whatever, which I recommend collecting second sight, their stuff is awesome. But if you're not, and you're like, man, I just wonder if am I missing out on something? There is a difference, but I don't think it's enough to where you have to like immediately buy it. I don't, but I'm very proud to have it. I wanted to just give you guys a very quick look. It's Halloween. I know you guys are busy. We've had a lot of content. I'm sure that you'll see more detailed reviews of this out there. But I love this movie. I think it is super cool. I like the vibes. The ending maybe peters out a little bit. I would have liked to have them explore the whole concept of the Grove and the elites making deals, with the devil and stuff like that and their secret society, because that's something that's been out there for many, many years as a thought and a concept. But I like the whole vibe, the whole ride of this movie. The juice is worth the squeeze on it. The whole ride of it definitely pulls you in, and it's not always about just this. Is the ending great or whatever? But I have a lot of fun with this movie. I like the vibes of it. I recommend that you get it if you want 4Ks everything. You're a second sight collector, but if you have a Blu-ray already and you're wondering if it's just light years difference between the two, and you have to break the bank, or you got to forego buying something you don't have in order to get this, I don't think I would do that. But I am very proud to have this in my collection, and I think it's a damn good movie. I really, really do. And that's what I've got for you guys today. I've had so much fun on spooky season. There may or may not be another video that pops up today. I don't know. I'm working on big videos. Like I said, I've got November watch list as we go and turn the page and focus more back onto fall and Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday season coming up. I'm going to put together a list of things that I watch in the month of November kind of every year. As a whole list, and then some other kinds of movie lists, the things that I kind of get into around this time, this weird time before we've turned the page full into Christmas stuff, this in the middle time, and some palate cleansing type things, movies that I reserve for the kind of vibes of this time of year. Lots of stuff coming your way, and I have had a blast. Enjoy Halloween. I may or may not see you again later today, but I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. If you want to help support the channel even more, you can join at the Patreon link below or right here on YouTube. Get special access to my videos, filmmaking, and so much more. And of course, your name and lights right here, and you really do help support the channel, and I appreciate it a whole lot more than you realize. But until next time, it is Halloween. Get out there, have some fun, and be kind, Rewind, like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. It's Halloween, baby.